This time of year brings to all of us so many memories. It is the time of the senses, and truly each of our five senses is filled with impressions of long ago, marvelous impressions that return to us now from a distant or not so distant childhood, triggered by the magical things of the season that we now hear and see and smell and taste and feel. All around us we hear the sound of Christmas carols, whether on the radio or in the mall or from the lips of our children. The old songs resonate with us, and somehow, even after so many years, we never forget the words, at least to the first verse. Their message is one of peace, of joy, of giving. Their melodies can bring tears to the most hardened hearts. Do we remember the little groups of carolers singing through the streets, finding welcome at the doors that opened to listen to their voices? Do we remember the family gathered around the tree, joined together in song and in love? Do we remember the beautiful choirs and the magnificent organ and the throngs of people of every variety filling with their singing the crowded churches on Christmas Day? In the songs and in the silence, can we hear Christmas? We see signs and sights of the season. No longer are our streets bathed in darkness, for colorful lights adorn so many homes and buildings. Have we ever enjoyed the delightful spectacle of Candy Cane Lane? Did we go as children downtown to gaze admiringly at the richly decorated store windows? Do we bring out the holly and the mistletoe and the wreaths and the tree and the stockings and the crib and the garland and the tinsel and the curious little ornaments? Do we dress in festive garb as at no other time of the year? Can we see Christmas? Oh, and the smells of Christmas. How we used to love the enticing aroma of cookies baking in the oven, the fragrance of real pine and fir right in the living room or right in the church. From my student days in Italy, I can even remember the unforgettable scent of chestnuts roasting on open fires right there on the streets. Perhaps nothing filled us so completely with the longing for all that was Christmas as the sweetness which we inhaled at every breath. Eyes could be closed for a moment, and sounds could be muffled, but you had to go on breathing, and the unmistakable aromas entered our very beings. Can we still smell Christmas? The smells inevitably led us to the table for the delicious taste of Christmas. Whether it was a turkey or a goose or a roast or a ham, everything was somehow better on that day. Cookies and cakes and candies and pies, hot eggnog and hot chocolate and steaming mugs of hot spiced wines, everything we savored tasted of Christmas, and it was good. Can we close our eyes right now and taste Christmas and know that it is Christmas? Oh, there are many ways of feeling Christmas too. Everywhere we reach, everything we touch brings us into intimate contact with the magic of the season. Those of us who experience the kinds of Decembers depicted on Christmas cards will know the feeling of snow and slush and ice under our boots, icicles held in frosty fingers to be licked by delighted children, snowman building, snowball tossing, sledding on white blanketed hills, and skating and sliding and slipping on frozen ponds. But even those of us fortunate enough to have fled to the warmer winters of Southern California can reach out and touch Christmas in so many ways. We feel it as we wrap a present with so much love, and perhaps even more as we unwrap a present with so much excitement. We feel Christmas as we write our Christmas cards, as we call faraway family and friends, as we embrace and kiss with the joy and love of the season, with or without mistletoe. We feel it in the hustle and bustle of the crowds of shoppers. We feel it in the once-a-year friendliness of people. We feel it in our weary bones and in our suddenly sentimental hearts and in our inexplicably damp eyes and in our memories of Christmases and people of long ago. If we can feel, we can feel Christmas. Each of our senses is overwhelmed by the magic of this beautiful season. But it is that other sense, that higher sense, that particularly comes alive at this time of year for every child. And that is the marvelous ability to dream. Children's dreams are filled with the most wonderful things right now as visions of sugar plums dance in their heads. As grown-up children too, let us allow ourselves to dream once again, to dream the unthinkable but perfectly dreamable Christmas dream. To dream of angels breaking through a sky of increasingly terrifying darkness. Can you see them? Can you be them? To dream of kings and rulers humble enough to seek and care about a child, a poor child, a homeless child, a child seeking refuge in a foreign land. Keep dreaming. To dream of undreamed of peace on earth. God grant the dream before it is too late. To dream of a place where the ox and the ass and the little lamb and the homeless shepherd and the rich and the mighty and the simple and the wise will come together in harmony under one roof for one purpose, led by one dream. Will such a place ever exist? Can we build it? To dream of a night sky lit not by death-dealing bombs, but by a guiding star. To dream of a humanity that cries out, God is great, not when innocent children are slaughtered, but when an innocent child is born. To dream into being a stable and a heart and a world into which love can be born. That is the dream of Christmas. The senseless, foolish, childish, outdated, impossible dream. And the only dream worth dreaming.